next one, you don't want to go straight in with 0 as a beginner, okay? Because it's quite tough. First you want to debulk everything.
Yeah.
What I suggest is the number 2.
So just the overall haircut,
Yeah.
we're going to go from the skin, and what is it going to be up
So it'll be
here?
a 2 at the top.
2 up top,
yeah?
okay.
But this is the mistake. You don't just shave everything 2. This is what you do when you haven't learned it properly, yeah? You want to actually do, now what you do is you make it parallel to the floor. So if I take that big comb, now this time the bulk, it can be flat from right to the top corner, but now if you just look straight, you see that one angles up a bit.
Yeah.
This time the bulk will just be straight.
Okay.
Straight. That way you keep some thickness here, but you don't need any thickness right there. Why? You're going to shape it up properly sharp.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll use this number 2. And if I use this comb at the top, I can really control it well. So if I do it like that, it's not as accurate, yeah? So if I keep that comb there.
So we're just leaving like an inch at the top.
Yeah. And this stage is called outlining, yeah? You're not fading nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to see you trying to blend it as you go. That's more experienced stuff.
Yeah.
So for now, you just want it all outlined. And the more clearer the line, more of like a step cut, the better for you. So you can really see where you're working. So comb that down. Here I can go quite close to the corner. Comb down. Can you see the bulk, yeah?
Yeah.
Slightly higher.
So as we go around, you see more and more
What's that?
of the bulk. Are we
Yeah,
keep it
you're going
the
to see
same?
more and more, yeah. Yeah, you see that? So now you can really distinguish that angle up and straight. So now it makes a lot more sense. The idea here why it's not coming off, you see the way the grains are going that way?
Yeah.
You want to go against it. So I'll take this, and see these teeth, really get flat first. Don't try go hovering.
Okay.
Because what really cuts is when that flat teeth stays flat on the path.
Okay.
Just like a car going up the hill, yeah?
Yeah.
It has to be completely flat and you'll really get good contact on it. And this doesn't matter too much because it's going to be skin after. And up and down all the way. Why? You get a very clear step cut.
Okay.
The top of the blade, right there, that's where I'm making the line with. Sticking out. Don't forget everything where the colour is, only the middle part. What you want to do when you're making an outline, you see these 2 blades, that one shouldn't be, now this one should be able to cut deeper than this.
Okay.
There's a reason to this, because when I make the outline with this, I want to be able to get rid of it when I'm going back to the big machine. So this should be a lot deeper than that, or very similar. Either the same or that cuts a lot deeper. You can slightly see that one, the teeth are slightly wider than that one, but not by that much anyway. So we're going to use this, and the worst case is getting that cut so much deeper than this, because then it's hard to get out.
Yeah.
But hence the reason why I keep this loose, I can have a separate machine to actually shape up, and the teeth here completely sharp.
Yeah.
That's for shape up.
Okay.
But if I were to use this as a beginner, I would then try fading. I'll struggle, and you see a skin fade, and it'll be like a line, light line. All right. So the way I explain this, the A, just imagine it like a letter. Just say the letter A, yeah.
Okay.
And you know some alphabets in like other languages, maybe French, they have like a accent.
Yeah.
So just imagine this is the letter A, and the accent will be right on top as a straight line. So we start off here, not here. Just start off with a straight line.
Okay. You start there.
And the guide to this is, if you put your comb here, you don't want to go past that line with a straight line, because from here on it will start to dip down. But say I were to do it right here, it'll look hard. It'll be hard because from here I'm going to do it like a really sharp
steep
turn. Yeah. So just start off with a straight line. The guide here as well, just about there. See that? Just about there, yeah?
From here straight, and from here it goes down.
Yeah. No. This will be different as well. But just to get this first outline, if you look like that, it stops there. From here, it stops about there. That's the guide. But the main guide is this part. You don't want to be going up anymore, unless it's a high fade, yeah? So that's step 1 done.
So for him, we're doing a medium fade.
Yeah. Well, this whole skin fade course will be like a medium fade generally. And then when you get experience, you can change it up yourself. And a little bit higher. Now this line should be higher than this line. The reason I say this is because we're going to do the C shape here.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to take this line and we're going to slowly slope down.
Okay.
And what we do, we keep it smooth here. as we come to this C-shape hook, we instantly go down. Okay, so we don't just go very smoothly down. We go down, we go straight, and then we take quite a sharp turn.
Okay.
That's gonna help this part stay dark, but the rest of the fade should look a bit straight, somewhat straight. So, which side was I working? I was working on the outside. So now what I'll do, just gonna go down. I can start from, this is more ideal to start with the left corner and just going into it, as opposed to doing it like that, but it's up to you. So I would do this, and the way I would indicate it would be the eyebrow corner should be like zooming from there to there, connecting, but with a curve shape.
Okay.
So you can see from there to there, and slightly higher if you can. So not directly there, slightly higher. So that's a rough guide from here. And you see that sharp turn I'm doing right here. And then I'm curling in. And here, I'm going to start turning it into a curved shape. And the highest point will be from this line. So from here, the highest point should be there, yeah? So now it's going to turn into a curved shape. And I'm still ending right here. That's the safe zone, yeah? Highest point A, safe zone B. Okay, now I'm going to go slightly higher here. So you want to do this shape without making it look too like crazy, yeah?
Yeah,
it should look smooth. So when I go down, it shouldn't suddenly go like that. It should continue smooth. So I just want you to continue this step on your side, and then we can carry on going to the back. Oh, one more thing. So when you do this, ideally, just make sure there's a quite a good gap cleaned up here. And like a centimeter. Now this part is very important as well. So once you've done this outline, you have to go up to the outline again like this. Now the reason I say this, the impact when you go like that cuts deeper than when you just do this casually. So that could be a lot shorter than these lengths. To avoid that, you'd make sure that you go up to that point, doing it like this again, just so that skin looks a lot smoother after. Okay. And clear up about a centimeter to an inch, so that after we're going to use a big machine just to get rid of all of that. So that's that. Now we're going to start to connect to the back side. Now there's actually a good way to do this. Instead of just going all the way around, this is also another guide. You start from the center by doing the exact same thing we did there. You see that straight line, yeah? Yeah. So we take about there, and the idea is literally the middle of the ears, boom, middle of the ears, boom, straight line. Now the mistake here, you don't want to create a wide straight line. Why? Because when you do that, then it's going to be harder to curve. So we just start with a slight curve, like straight line, go down a little bit. Now this is where it gets a bit more technical, but it'll be ideal to master this, yeah? So now if I take this machine, half of its blade to the left, yeah? Now I'm on the center. Can you see that line's on the center? Yeah. Then I angle it up, boom, yeah? Now look, that guide won't change because I can't go past it. I go halfway, so regardless of what I've done there, I can copy it now. So I can go halfway, angle the blade up, boom. Now I've got that shape created, yeah? Yeah, now it's somewhat even and I can round it off. And as I'm doing it, I'm just spinning left, right, left, right. It's just a good guide sort of thing, yeah? You don't have to do it, but it's a good idea to try this. So that, you can try on him, and that's that. Now what we got left, we've already got a guide. We're just going to connect it to that, yeah? So I'll show you my side and you can do yours. Now, although it will connect like that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to go slightly higher, just so it looks subtle again. So, again, this part is the highest point. Here you don't want to start going up anymore, you just want to keep it going downwards. Now you see what I'm doing here, I'm just going to raise it up slightly, but I'm going to stop right in the center, about there. Now why did I do that? It looks a lot more subtle than going like that or so, yeah? It's just a lot more subtle. Now you can copy that design. So this is just a basic guide. It can be so many different ways. My guide would be, you see the earlobe here, or not earlobe, this section here. Take the top part of it, yeah, and just go straight. And before you do it, just head straight. Look there. And instead of going straight from here, start a little bit higher, and then go down, and then brush it off. because sometimes you might start here and it kind of cuts quicker, the machine. So I start from the top a little bit, and then I can just go down to the top of that. That's it. Rest, you can just get rid of. Now you want to be subtle around this ear area, because if you just go like that, it's hard. You want to take one finger, pull it down, then get rid of the comb. Just hold the comb, forget that one. Take one finger, go down, and instead of going like this first, as a beginner, go like this. That way the blade is not close to this section, because generally speaking, you get scratches around here.
Okay.
So you want to go like this and just scoop under a little bit, and it's like a slight flick, not big chunk, fast, but slight flicks. And make sure you don't leave any extra longer hairs. Why do I say that? Because when you use the foil shavers, the longer hairs won't get caught. So then that means you're constantly switching between machines, and so you're wasting time by doing that. Anyway, that's that. Boom. Now here you can take the small machine and shave everything, but if you have better equipment, you can get rid of it quicker. So I'm going to show you now in the case you have a better equipment. So you have a powerful machine, take that, or your main clipper you would be using, you can use that and just shave. For this case, I'm just going to take that and shave. But it has to be shorter than your trimmer, because this should be shorter than that, yeah? So this is definitely shorter than the little trimmer. When using this, really follow the shape of the skin. Don't go in like that. Don't try to do that because it's not really cutting. Follow the skin. And you'll see the mold will start to go angled in here. So just follow that shape. Keep in mind, big machines like this, the metal plates get hot quick. So that's that. So we've just done the top of the hair outline and the beard outline. Now before we get onto the next part, you want to really make sure this section is deep. So you just go up and down for a while. So above that line, just make that deeper so it gets shorter. The more you go over a machine, it gets very slightly lighter. And if you stretch the skin, it'll go a lot deeper. And the whole idea is, you want this section to be darker, lighter, and the lightest. You're making it hollow. See how I'm going fast at the bottom bits? It's really going to shorter here, lighter as I go to the top because I'm blending it in. This just means that it's a lot easier when I come to the shavers after. So that part was done. Now you're going to copy on the other side. One thing is off, but ignore that. You mostly just need two flat surfaces here. The reason I'm using these circular ones, so just a bit of information, is because it doesn't instantly sort of shave, so you can kind of blend with these. And it's good when you're making an outline like this hook shape, because when you use these, you can sort of go around the ear like that. You see that motion?
Yeah.
But if I were to use these ones, I don't recommend these ones for beginners. So when I'm using these ones, I'm trying to do it, and it's not as comfortable.
More fiddly,
yeah, it's not as comfortable. And B, the lines that are created are straight, yeah, straight. But these are curved. So when I come to this section, it's not as accurate. So what I recommend, you buy these ones as a beginner to learn off of, yeah. Now, what I would do, the whole aim what it is here is now not trying to skin everything from the bottom. Remember, you're keeping it skinned in the middle of both lines. So you're not going to just skin all of that now. You're still going to keep that stubble for at least a centimeter. So here, you want to keep it as it is. And that's when you start lining up the beard line comes up high again. Because right now it might look like it's a bit lower than where it should be. So when you line it up, that stubble will help line it up and emphasize it.
Like the top,
and, yeah,
top of the ear kind
at the same time, this gives that good skin blend. Some fades you might see is proper skin faded, and you got this left at the end with the beard lined up. Okay, so what we're doing, we're hollowing out the inside of these two lines. Once we get past that, it's a lot easier. Few strokes so it lines it out, and then around the ear. Now here I'm just going left and right because this bit needs to be completely skinned. I can stretch the skin up left and right. Now this is where it's going to get slightly different. The skin will be skinned really close here, so the skin will be very close, but it will start to spread out as you get to the back. Why? Because there's a lot thicker hairs here.
Yeah.
You want it to spread out a little bit, so it gets more and more narrow as you go to the top. So you'll see this. And as a beginner, what you want to do is you want to skin it and make an outline with it. When you're more experienced, you just naturally blend all of it. But for this guide, it's a lot better if you just skin it and try and make like an outline as you're doing it. So you see I'm just deep skinning everything and keeping a slight outline below it.
I see it.
And the reason I say this, then you know everything below, you don't care. Just skin it all, yeah? No thought needed, just skin, skin, skin. And then, this is where the thought comes in. Now that you got the outline,
Follow the
now
curve.
you just flick it. So you're blending in to the stubble. You can see it's a lot more narrower skinned here, yeah? And now I'm just flicking to get rid of that harsh skin line that I made. But had I done it with the straight shaver once, it would leave a deep skin, which is hard for beginners to get rid of. So I flicked it.
Just making it easier.
Now you can see that done. Now before I give it to you, there's another part. Now what I buy is the smaller shaver. Now this isn't a necessity, it's extra, but personally I think it's definitely recommended. I just think you can get this section very clean, and I think this section is very important for the client, because when he's looking at the mirror,
That's what
he
see.
wants to see the shape up, he wants to see how the beard blends in, and this is what's going to make it pop. So what I do, I take this and I really skin out the middle line. So I'll stretch it and I would really get the skin between these two, and you'll see the hollowness. Now what this also helps with is it stops haircuts looking like just skin and blend. Now you'll see the depth in terms of the fade and the real gradual blend. So if I
You still gonna leave a little bit of a line. So a
yeah,
little narrow
definitely. And you, again, you don't want to go there.
Yeah.
You want to do it hollow. So between two lines, you're really skinning it out. Right, now this also can be used for blending. I can flick it up a little bit, and I can flick it a little bit. Here's a bit more dangerous, because these
go too
hairs,
down.
when you go up like that, you can skin it quite quick. But these hairs, you can sort of flick. So you can't even go like this on these ones. Very lightly. And here, you'll see some hairs, usually they tend to just go angled that way. So you have to stretch back and really go in on that skin. So now, from before, you can really see the depth of skin here, and it blends. So now what will happen when I blend all of that, that beard really sinks into that deep skin, and it won't just be like skin, skin, stubble, and just stubble left. So this is really helpful. You can also use this as a double check sort of thing, just going on the deep bottom sections. And this is really good because you can get really deep on it, and it's very accurate. Really deep. You see these little stubbles? Sometimes the big machines don't really get rid of it. And this one, go left and right, up and down, and it will start vanishing. Some of these are still very harsh, so too tough to get rid of. Get right at the bottom, and that's that.